DFL.
85 DFL, AB5JM.
I haven't even turned on the 2-meter radio until just now. I've been on HF most of the day, doing net control on for the Louisiana Aries net on 80 meters. Stepped away. I can hear the radio, but anyway, much going on at the moment. I just put out a call for any emergency traffic, and all's quiet so far. There is some inland flooding down south in the roadways, but that's just getting started stuff.
Exactly. Man, I thought I was going to have to buy a new generator, but I ended up fixing mine. That fuel cutoff switch got clogged up on it, and you couldn't get it. Took it all apart and blew it out, put it back together, and kicked right off. So that made me a happy camper.
Good deal. All right. Oh, by the way, NWS chat, I got something even better for you. Lake Charles National Weather Service has got a Facebook site, and they said you can report weather in your area. And you know the sky. You've been to enough Skywar classes to know what to report and what not to report. So you just go to Facebook.com. I think that's probably easier than doing that NWS chat.
Okay, Facebook, and then go what? NWS Lake Charles?
If you've got a Facebook, well, you've got a Facebook account, just pull up Facebook.com and then search somewhere. There's a search thing, and just put Lake Charles National Weather Service, and it'll take you to where you need to go. But I am still going to go to the NWS chat though, just for the heck of it. I want to see if I can see what the local weather forecasters are saying.
I mean, but they evacuated the National Weather Service office in Lake Charles there right now.
Oh, wow. Wow. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, they're saying we're being handled. But yeah, they decided to throw in the towel and get the hell out of Dodge.
What the heck? Well, that's something I need to look into to see where they're going to be operating. I mean, those staff are operating somewhere. They're out of Beaumont. I need to know where on NWS chat to go to find them, or on Facebook, or where. I guess they're still good on Facebook. They're just going to be posted. Their work job is just going to be somewhere else.
Yes. I've got a cousin who's a meteorologist up in Iowa, and the National Weather Service office decides to evacuate,
Yeah. Winds tomorrow up to 40 miles an hour. Let's see, tomorrow night, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Kind of quiet tomorrow night. Stay here at the rental place. I don't see where the wind's going to be any more than 40 miles an hour. Yeah, I've been here with winds up to 70 miles an hour, no problem. Scary, because the thing I worry about is these darn pine trees, but I got those across the street at the new house too, so either way I go, I got pine trees to worry about. Skywar net is activated, but it's just on standby. So if anything just pops up all of a sudden, any ham can just pop in part. I don't think we're expecting anything between 2 and 3. All right, talk to you later, Brian. And Jim, I'm going to go into the other room. I'm supposed to be net control, so I'm kind of net control for HF. I can hear. Never heard. Get back over to the HF rig and get on the computer and get on NWS chat and see what's happening, if there's anything going on there. KD5 DFL. I'll be monitoring this frequency too.
Hey, Scott and Brian. I'll be monitoring this frequency as well. And Terry, here is AB5JM. 85DFL AB5JM. Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville, Texas is the one that's taking over the backup.
Okay, where'd you get...
Watching something on Facebook, and he said it was in Brownsville.
All right, let me pull up the Facebook. Heard, try it again.
AB5JM, W5LD.
W5LD, AB5JM. Hello, Dennis.
Jim, yeah, that was the infamous Jack Brosset.
Have anything of useful knowledge to pass on to you?
Yeah, but I can't repeat it on the repeater.
So your wife tested positive, and you tested negative. I guess that means that you can give her a hug, but you got to stay 6 feet away.
And I don't understand it either. And then she calls her doctor after we tested, you know, and I know where we picked it up. We had some friends came over that are host campers out at Kincaid, and they came by on a Friday. Well, she got to feeling bad. She went to the doctor. She picked it up that from her anyway, but Lisa never ran fever. She had never stopped working in the flower beds and outside, but she ain't never slowed down. And you know, that I hadn't had any problem.
Like I say, just keep hugging her from 6 feet away.
Roger, you know, toward the latter part of January, I lost my smell, the taste and smell, and I never had any fever or anything, but that lasted a couple of weeks, and then it went away. But I'm kind of wondering maybe if that wasn't it this time. I don't know.
That's a very good point, and, you know, I think a lot of people had flu-like symptoms back around January, early February, and that was probably it. Yeah, man, what's this world coming to?
Roger. But I don't like...
Keeping a close eye on it myself. They're saying it may pop into a Cat 5 before it hits land.
What's bothering me, I have pine trees in my yard. I'm talking about, you can't, there's no way you can even start to reach around, and there, I don't know, I bet the things are 85 feet tall, maybe, 85 feet, and, those is what's got me worried, but the wife has already said, after all this is gone through here, those 2 pine trees are coming down.
Look at all the money you're going to make for Paul.
Be nice, but they can't use it. There was 3 back there. We had 1 cut back in December, and where it is in the backyard, Jim, you can't get a truck back there because I've got power lines on 3 sides, and the house is on the other side. They had their cut limbs off going up, and then when they get through, when they're coming down, they have to cut it in about 4-foot blocks. So they're not any good.
You remember those old pulpwood trucks that had 1 headlight dangling by wires pointing down to the ground, and you know, flappy rusted fenders? And I think they used to all that.
They used to tape a flashlight on the back for a tail light.
Exactly. I sure am glad those things are off the road.
You can get them limbs on them for a while, so I get it, but they're going to come down. If they don't come down in the storm, they're going to come down with a chain.
Roger that. You fully retired now?
The 2-meter on here, KF5MZZ, KF5, start monitoring this one. I'm sure I'm going to be up most of the night anyway. We had a thunderstorm come through Earth. It was high, but I've got limbs already in my yard from it. It was twisted and coming from every direction, so it may have been a tornado just wasn't on the ground, but it twisted limbs, and my neighbors got it down in their yard, and we'll see you later. I'll be around a good bit, so just give me a hop.
Dennis, nice talking to you for a change. W5LD, take care, be safe. AB5JM.
ETL. Hey, Jack.
portable power?
No, the generator's not running right, so I'm just going to have to bear it out. But Central takes care of their own electrical system. They beefed it up a couple of years ago. They spent $1 or $2 million to beef it up. So, because we got clients here and they need electricity on the units. So unless the main power lines that come to Central go down, stuff at Central won't go down.
Well, that's good. I've got my generator all set up and everything, so all I've got to do is go out there and plug in the well, I got to plug it in here in the house, but go out there and plug it in the generator and I'll have to turn my breaker off. But anyway, that's all I've got to do is go out there and plug it in, and away we go.
Is it? How many watts is it?
I think it's like 85, 75, and then running, I think it's about 70, 74, 73, something like that.
Pretty good size. I don't know what all you think you can run with it. What all in the house can you have on?
I can run refrigerator, freezer, and I can run the house air conditioning. Can't run the compressor, and all the lights and all that kind of stuff. I can run my amplifier if I want to, but I normally don't. But I run all my radio equipment. I've got one of these room air conditioners that you sit in the middle of the room and vent through a window, vent the compressor through a window. And I just got in today, but it'll run that. It's pretty good unit.
That's quite a bit. Wow. Been some pretty good traffic on the repeater here today. Quite a few hams checked in. Skywarn net's up, but it's just up on standby mode. Nobody's going to be anything to report till probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when it's supposed to hit us.
Well, it'll start picking up at 30 or so like that, and it'll be pretty rough by the time that thing gets inland, and probably 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, it ought to be fairly hairy.
That's what they're saying for us. 2 o'clock will be the worst. Watching Weather Channel, and a fella there, he's in Lake Charles right now. I hope he's got a plan to get out of there. Wind speeds right now are only 24 miles an hour, but that'll be picking up rather quickly.
The land speed?
Yeah, wind speed on land at Lake Charles right now, 24 miles per hour.
Yeah, they're having some 30, 40 mile an hour gusts too. My son was going to stick it out, but he ended up going over to Cypress, Texas.
Yeah, this is going to kill some people. And I don't hate to say that. I'm being honest. There's going to be people that are going to stay there, and they're not going to be able to survive these 20-foot storm surges that may move ashore during the night.
Now, all along the coast and everything, all in there, they have had forced evacuation, and there shouldn't be anybody down there. But in Lake Charles, I mean, they're talking about having 6 or 8 feet of water in the courthouse. I mean, the civic center. So there's a lot of neighborhoods around there and all that kind of stuff. And see, all that water will be trapped against the interstate, and that's what's going to get a bunch of
chemical plants galore around Lake Charles, and they're going to be, I don't know what it's going to do to them, to the plants, all that water getting in them.
Well, my son's plant is over south of Sulphur, the little community of Carlos. But he's going to try to sneak back to town tomorrow, but I don't know whether he'll get to do that or not. But his house is not very far from Calcasieu River.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to be a historic event. As if things weren't bad enough with the COVID, now this. Man. Well, our buddy Joe Holland, he's on 3878. He's got a net open up. He's had it open since this afternoon, but of course, nothing going on. I don't know. They'd say they're going to man that net all night long. I wish them best luck with that. I'm not staying up too late.
3878?
Yeah. If you did, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to help the numbers if you'd check in. I gotta step away from the radio for a minute. What was your last QSO?
They had a net on 7268, but when I slipped just now, all I had was a carrier. They finally turned the carrier off, and I heard the net control station identified.
Well, 40 meters is probably long right now, so for use inside the state, probably ain't gonna be worth a flip. That's why they're on 3878. Have you talked to Dennis at all today?
I was doing about an hour ago.
Did he have a tornado come by somewhere near where he lives today?
Had some rough weather a while ago. I think the tornado was actually down there at Whiteville.
All right, I was on HF and I heard him talking about the weather that came through. It was pretty rough. I thought he said the word tornado. I didn't know if I heard that or not. Sure hope we don't get any tornadoes out of this, especially in the middle of the night. Hey, Jack, let me clear out of here. Sounds like you're doing something there, and I've got to get on the computer with the net again. Talk to you later.
Hey, bud, I just checked into the Gulf Coast Hurricane net, and I think I'm fixed to go in there in the other room for a little while. W5ETA.
What frequency is that on?
3935.
Okay, I'll go check into it just for the heck of it. All right, later, buddy. KD5DFL.
5ETL.
You gonna be staying up tonight?
I'll be up for a while.
I'm probably gonna stay up and try and relay messages or whatever I need to do.
If the power goes out, I've got to hook up my generator and get it running. I've got the cables run and everything. All I've got to do is turn off that main breaker out there and plug it in and start the generator, which is not a big deal. I need to go turn the gas on that generator on so I don't have to wait 5 minutes to start it.
All right, you can go ahead and do that. Let me turn that motor already. My generator isn't wired into my breaker or anything like that. I got the little one on the porch to run the radios and the computers, and the big one is back from the porch a little ways, and that'll run the refrigerator and an air conditioner.
KD5DFL, KD5DFL, KF7YQC.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Now, I was just making sure that Echolink was working on.
Yes, really good audio. Very good audio. It's working well. How is audio on your end?
I've got good audio on this end.
Right, well, the J-pole antenna's in the attic, so it ought to make it through the storm if it doesn't tear the roof off the house.
Concerned about mine. As long as your roof stays on, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, Jack, you were saying you're concerned about yours?
Right. It's just sticking up there on a piece of PVC pipe, and I don't know. Of course, you know those things don't really catch a lot of air.
You'll be all right. What, Jack? What have you? I haven't really been keeping up with the weather locally, but what are you hearing about wind speeds for us when this thing hits?
Things being equal, they're predicting 40 to 60. 40 sustained with 60 gust and that type of thing. But it's really hard to say. I figured more. I figured we'd do more like 30 to 50 or something like that. That doesn't sound like much difference, but that's a lot of difference.
Sure hope you're right. Okay. There's been some information out there that's saying it could be up to 100 miles an hour. Sure hope not. 30 to 50 sounds good to me. Okay, well, I'm shutting everything down, get ready to hit the hay, so, Sam, everything's working on Echolink. Matter of fact, I just rebooted the Echolink computer. It's been a long time since I had. So I rebooted it, and then you got on there, so it's perfect timing. Hope all goes well at your place, Jack. Probably talk to you tomorrow if the repeater's still up and running.
Okay. Well, I'll be monitoring the 330 and just to monitor. Not that I can do much here except pray for you guys. But anyway, I'll be monitoring Scott. Stay safe, and the other guys there, and on the repeater. Hunker down and keep the powder dry.
I hear you. Okay. Yep. Definitely. Just we all need to pray about this. That's the best thing we can do. It's the only thing. We've done everything physically, so it's in God's hands now. All right, 73, Jack, and 73 to KF7YQC Sam out there in the west part of the U.S. KD5 DFL clear for the night.
Okay, Scott. We'll talk to you tomorrow. W5ET. KF5MZZ.
KG5 POW monitoring. Power's out here. Clico's got 2 outages listed, 421 in my area and 741 in Calcasieu. The rest of them look pretty non-specific, but Amanda said that they're not going to fix anything. So I got the generator running, got the refrigerator, the ice machine, a couple computer equipments, and my radio.
Roger that. Yeah, I'm figuring operate radar, but there's a radar is down, so they're going to have some problems with tornadic activity spin-offs. Apparently they're in the dark, so we need that. Sustained at Golden Nugget Casino, there was a cabana that collapsed, a crack the Marine lay down air nugget. Capital One Bank tower has had some down miles, and that's pretty bad. And I've got more information if you need it.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Do you know the ETA for wind here?
I'd have to break out the calculator, but you can do it just as fast as I can. The yaw wall is moving at 15 miles per hour. It seems to be stalling a little bit in Lake Charles, so that number maybe is about 20 minutes ago. Not sure on that. The outer wall, they say, is moving at about 35. I know that doesn't make any sense, but the bands are moving fast, what it boils down to. It is just over right now the off Cameron Parish, basically centered on Sabine Parish, and it looks to be basically the Rita track that, and that's my observation. So I would say 15 miles, the eye wall is at the top of Sabine Parish. So ever how many miles that? I looked at from land 3 to 4 hours.
All of the all of the predictions were between 7 and 10 o'clock for the eye wall being west of us here. I think the earliest it was going to hit DeRidder and Fort Polk was 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and the latest it could possibly come directly west of me, and therefore directly west of Alexandria, 10 a.m. So, but the winds are what I was concerned about. I mean, it's raining and windy here, but not like tropical storm yet,
Roger. I'm seeing reports from Beaumont, Port, and they're about the same, about 50 to 60 knots, depending on where you're at, which translates to what about?
I'm not sure. I'm not super concerned about the wind. I'm concerned about the tornadoes, really, and lightning. I've been trying to get on the Aries and Delta emergency frequencies, but I can't. Nobody can hear me, or I can't hear anybody, and I was too busy doing other stuff to try and pull up like Kiwi SDRs from around the Mississippi and Texas to try and see if I could hear anybody.
Yeah, I've been doing the same. I've been flipping between 3.95 coast hurricane, and I haven't heard any for a couple hours now, which kind of surprised me. I'm not hearing any activity there either.
AG5POW. I was on 3878, 3925, 3890, 3893, 3873. I couldn't hear anything, and unfortunately, I can't. My radio can't tune my antenna at above 3800. So I either need to boot up the bigger generator, or I can relay lower. Like I can relay on digital or something, which is what I wanted to do anyway, but I mean, it doesn't seem like it's super necessary. It seems like everybody's got everything under control if they're not using the net.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would bring major stuff go on, and I've been unofficially listening to some unofficial people on some places that I can't talk about, and I haven't heard any activity there.
Yeah, I understand. All right. Well, if you want to bring Skywarn up, that's on you. I cannot. I don't know how to do a net. I don't have any way to write anything down, and I don't have any. I mean, I guess I could use my cell phone to email, but it's only a matter of time until the tower loses power, and then you won't hear from me except for very crackly.
Roger. Yeah, I've got backup power, and I've got backup for the backup power. If I lose power, it's going to take me 15 or 20 minutes to get everything rerouted. We'll do the best we can with what we got, and worst case, I'll go out to the van, and it's just go out there, because it's hopefully it won't come to that. When Rita came through, I never lost power trying to change my luck by any.
KG5POW. Wind gusts, Amanda says 30-35 miles an hour, and we've had 0.4 inches of rain in the past half hour. Sorry, 0.7 inches of rain in the past half hour.
G5, RPZ, we lost power here for about a minute. I'm going to stay on battery from here on out, because the power house power. Attention all stations, this is Rapids, Central Louisiana Amateur Radio. The Central Louisiana Amateur Radio. Severe weather is possible in our area. More activity on this repeater is allowed. How this is short to allow for break. Confirm that information out if worthy.
KG5 RPZ, KG5 POW, weather report. I'm assuming you lost power, Marlon?
I'm monitoring, Dave. Power's out now, and I'm on bed here in bed trying to deal with some
Well, whoever takes over KG5 POW in Kisatchie National Forest in between Leesville and Alexandria, I have sustained 2 inches of rain in the past 40 minutes.
I'm going to be
AF5JA, KG5 POW. Hey, where are you at right now, Brian? Okay, well, good luck. Have a good night, hopefully. And, hopefully I'll get to talk to you tomorrow, weather permitting. KG5 POW, standing by.
I've lost power. I'm have to conserve that. Kind of wondered what the situation was. KF5 wire in, north of Charlotte, no power. I'm going to shut down. KF5 wire. KF5 wire in, north of Pollock. KF5 wire. I'm getting messages on my phone saying that the power.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself. I didn't hear anybody on here. Everything was down there. I'm up here in Jack. We're starting to get some decent rain.
Monitor the situation. Both my portables are, the batteries are discharged, so I'll have to bring it back. The rate right now, no one's Scott.
All right, well, I'm going to stand back and just monitor and get off. Godspeed to all y'all out there. But we're praying up here.
KF5 wire in, standing by.
KG5 POW, I just had the wind break a 2.5-foot oak tree about 3 feet off the ground. Knocked it over.
KF5 wire in. Any damage?
We're sorry. Repeater offline.